Ladies and gentlemen, Thiago Silva is well and truly targeted by the media out there, the news reporters out there, the journalists out there. He's definitely getting scapegoated as quite a little bit of information that's coming out from Matt Law specifically, which tells me, everyone's trying to blame Thiago Silva now. They're trying to make it look like he's a huge problem in the football club. So we'll talk about that. We'll also talk about how our owners, our board, and everyone that's involved in the hierarchy seems to be quite okay with the start of this season because the performances have been good, apparently. I just find this whole thing so baffling. Let's go. All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. If you've missed out on the earlier stream, we talked about the Thiago Silva news that's been floating around, which is coming from Matt Law. The stream was earlier today, so do check that out. That's the latest video on the channel. But since then, there's been a few more information that's been leaking out, and we want to touch base on that because apparently Thiago Silva has been told to calm down. So we'll touch on that. And of course, we're going to talk about some of the things that's been said in the press conference as well, and a few of the other bits and pieces of news that's been floating around. First up, ladies and gentlemen, Thiago Silva is meant to be the man setting an example to his much younger teammates, but it was the veteran who head coach Mauricio Pochettino had to tell to calm down during the draw with Bournemouth. Thiago Silva been told to calm down after us dropping points against Bournemouth. This brother is meant to be okay after having 5 points off the back of the first 5 matches. Of course he's going to be annoyed. Of course he's going to be angry. Look at us in the fan base. Look how distressed we are with the situation. And we're asking Thiago Silva to calm down. Why is Mauricio Pochettino telling Thiago Silva to calm down? Thiago Silva, earlier on in the day, Matt Law was saying that, his high standards are not being met, and this is why he's sulking. All of a sudden, we are being forced to accept mediocrity. That's how it feels like. We're being forced to accept mediocrity. You can't say anything. 5 points off the back of 5 matches, off the back of the abysmal season we had last season. We're all meant to be okay with all of this. We can't say a word. We can't peep a single word. Thiago Silva is being told to calm down. What about you? What about you, Mauricio Pochettino, taking some blame firstly as to how you're setting us up? What about you utilizing Levi Colwill as left back? What about you utilizing Gallagher in midfield and also making him captain, which ultimately Gallagher doesn't give us anything in midfield, specifically with the ball? What about you all this time? Yeah, last game you used Ben Chilwell from the bench, but all this time you've been using Ben Chilwell as left wing. What about your game plan, which is predominantly seems to be going around the opposition as opposed to trying penetrating through the middle? You're telling Thiago Silva to calm down. What's he meant to do? Thiago Silva just go into the dressing room once the match is finished and clap everyone. Yeah, well done. Good performance. Good performance. We drew, but it was a good performance. I keep saying this. Jose Mourinho, when he was our manager, he said, when big club starts accepting poor results, you're not a big club anymore. And we've been accepting poor results for so long now. For so long. We're 14th, for God's sakes. 14th now. Can we put our hands on our hearts and actually say, we're now going to go on a mad winning run? No, it doesn't look like it. I hope we do. But this match coming up against Aston Villa, can we actually sit down and say, no, we're going to get the 3 points 100%? Not off the back of how we've been performing. Everything that we saw in pre-season, we've deviated away from it. And Thiago Silva is apparently now the issue. The veteran who is meant to set an example. And this brother here, Matt Law, he's up to no good again. He's found a new target. Every season he finds someone. Targeted Rudiger during Frank Lampard time. Targeted a few other people during Sarri times. And now he's after Thiago Silva. A particular defender, if anything, has set the standards since he's arrived. I'm not going to lie that he's not been good recently either. Of course he hasn't been. But then that's on the manager once again. Why are you utilizing him? Why aren't you not phasing Thiago Silva out? Thiago Silva has voiced his opinion last season. I remember it was during Frank Lampard's second stint. Can't remember exactly which game after it was, but Thiago Silva said, the new owners have made some mistakes. Too many changes, too many players in. Thiago Silva, a few days ago, tweeting sad emoji or crying emoji with tagging Champions League. Thiago Silva, he expects better from Chelsea Football Club. And now he's been told to stay calm. Ladies and gentlemen, you let me know where the standards are going. A particular player who has high standards, who's been at the top of the game, who's a legend of the game. It's almost as if to say he's been told or he's been forced to accept the current situation. It's quite mad. It's absolutely quite mad. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about that. Check this out. Mauricio Pochettino on the owners. I speak with Todd, but also Behdad and the sporting directors. We're in contact. They're supporting the project. They're not disappointed. They're not disappointed because the performances are good. We share the same idea about that, but we need to score goals to win games. Oh, really? Really? In order to score goals, you need to have a very good strategy, a very good attacking plan, which at the moment we don't seem to have. And because of the performances are good, which performance, besides the Liverpool one, which performance are we saying is good? And the Liverpool one, we didn't even win. Was the West Ham one good? Got slapped 3-1, sucker punched on the counter-attack by West Ham. Second half wasn't good against West Ham. First half, yeah, good comeback. We should have scored that penalty. Luton, first half wasn't good. Second half, we scored the 2 goals. Nottingham Forest was a pathetic game. And Bournemouth, what was so great about Bournemouth match? If anything, Bournemouth had equal amount of chances. The man of the match was Sanchez against Bournemouth. This is the thing. We are sitting here appreciating. Everyone that wants to go on and say about me is it's only 5 games. No problems. I get it. It's only 5 games. But let's not sit here and accept mediocrity as well. Let's not sit here and just bring out all the excuses. Are we not a little bit shameful off the back of what happened to us last season? Are we not embarrassed? And we want to now sit here, justify our position being 14th, 5 points out of 5. Come on, man. Come on. Mauricio Pochettino on fan frustration. I believe that they are going to be behind us. It's normal when you don't win, all are disappointed. It's normal they show their feelings and emotions. You can't be happy after a draw at Bournemouth, but you need to understand our circumstances. Look, I get it. We've got a lot of injuries. But what's that got to do with you utilizing Levi Colwill at left back when you have someone like Martin, let's say, for instance? What's that got to do with you starting with Gallagher when potentially you could have played with Cole Palmer? What's that got to do with when you were previously utilizing Ben Chilwell on left wing? What's all of these injuries got to do with that? You could have utilized other players and you chose not to. And your game plan doesn't seem to have... And also, even Enzo Fernandez playing as a number 10 most times should be deeper. I've all along said he should be deeper. He's so much better in the first phase to, quicken up our build-up and distribute the passes from deep. I know in recent times, everyone's been asking about he should be further up. It takes his game away being further up. He's not someone who just waits for the ball up front for it to come to his feet. He's someone who starts things off and then progresses from that 6 to 8 to 10. He doesn't just stick intent. So what's all that got to do with injuries? These are just strategies. You have players that you could have utilized. You chose not to, Mauricio Pochettino. You chose not to. And now we need to understand circumstances. So what happens if we drop points against Aston Villa? We just need to keep understanding the circumstance. Injuries will happen. Injuries will happen. We'll never ever have a state where every single player is fit. It'll never happen like that. You have to find a solution to keep on winning. Chelsea's owners still hope the team qualifies for the Champions League next season via top 5 finish in May. Well, we've got to hurry up. We have to start winning games. We have to go on a winning run because our fixtures after the next international break, from November onwards till the end of December, if we're not picking up wins right now, in this whole month, remaining of September and the whole month of October, we are going to be in big trouble. We're going to be in big trouble because the top clubs in this league, they're not messing about, man. They're absolutely not messing about. You want to make top 5? Fantastic. Are you going to hold anyone accountable? There's a message to the owners and the hierarchy, the board. You want to make top 5? Fantastic. We all want to make top 5. We want to be in Champions League. Financially, we can't afford not to be in the Champions League. But at the same time, the fans want Champions League as well. It's sad not to have Champions League football this season. It's very sad. But is anyone going to be accountable if we don't reach that target? There'll be 2 years in a row not being in the Champions League. That's not a good look on the new owners, is it? Moses Caicedo will have a late test tomorrow to see if he will be free to play Sunday. So we'll see. At the moment, he's not officially listed as injured in the Chelsea website, which is listed out all the players that are injured. He's not there. There'll be a late test on him on Sunday. Look, if there is any level of doubt, I don't want to risk it. It is a huge blow. I do want him to play, of course. But if it seems like there is some sort of a doubt, I'd rather him miss out on another match as opposed to getting injured and then missing out 2-3 months. That will be detrimental. So let's see what happens there, whether Moses Caicedo is fully fit or not. We'll wait for that. Let's see if there's any other latest news that's popping about, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know in the comment section how you felt about everything that we spoke about, especially in regards to Thiago Silva. Seems like he's being made a scapegoat, and also the owners and the board not disappointed with the start because of the good performances. Let me know what good performances that we've had. Maybe I'm blind. Maybe I'm watching the wrong game. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Till next time. See ya.